Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally in the final month of 2024, and this year really flew by. And the entire year we were anticipating news about a Nintendo Switch 2 or maybe a reveal or hell, even maybe a release, but as you know, that didn't happen. Well, today we have a bunch of massive Switch 2 leaks. These all are very exciting, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. That's right, it's a month in December, and just like Santa Claus, I'm bringing you bastards some gifts. Whoa, coming in a little strong there. Hold on, my bad. But I do have some gifts for you guys in the form of some Switch 2 leaks. And yeah, man, it seems like things are really starting to heat up, especially if the Switch 2 launch is just a few months away now. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. I would love to hit 14,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so fingers crossed. But let's just go ahead and get into this video. So I think it was last week, and it was actually multiple times from multiple sources, but we had huge news and rumors and leaks and conversations in the industry and blah 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 about the Switch 2 reveal date or reveal window and release date or release window, I guess. But the Switch 2 will be revealed in January and will launch in March. And we got multiple leaks saying that from very credible places. There was a person in China who I think leaked on a Chinese forum, and their track record is actually insane. They've leaked almost said 1 million games. That would not be credible. They've leaked quite a few games, announcements, Nintendo Directs, consoles, just so many things before it happened. But even they said the Switch gets revealed in January and launches in March. In a major way we're getting all this information, it's coming from manufacturing happening. So later in the video we're going to get into some Switch 2 game leaks, like some massive Switch 2 games. But before that, let's get into more manufacturing leaks. So this is coming from NecroFelipe over on Twitter. You guys may say X, but I'm still going to say Twitter because X sounds pretty dumb in my opinion. One of Nintendo's contract assemblers received over 800,000 units of the NVIDIA T239 SoC in September this year. The new console mass manufacturing assembly is getting more and more solid. And then when you come to the actual website, I have translated this from Portuguese to English, so there might be a few words lost in translation, but for the most part, I think we have it figured out here. Another user on the forum estimated that Nintendo's dispersed about $47 million to NVIDIA for the production and delivery of these chips. Pretty crazy stuff. They also pointed out in its research that more components recorded significant numbers of shipments until September of this year, such as RAM memory modules, 800,000 units divided between manufacturers Micron, Samsung, Hynix, in addition to US storage units divided between suppliers. I have no idea. So yeah, it seems like mass production really did start back in September, or probably started before September, but really ramped up in September. So that's all very exciting stuff. Nintendo wants to have a worldwide launch, and as awesome as that sounds, don't get me wrong, I would love that to happen. I just don't know how that does happen. And what I mean by that is, for the most part, consoles launch in certain regions first, and then a few months later they start rolling out to other places. To be able to have a worldwide launch where you launch your consoles everywhere that you're in the markets at, I just can't imagine how much work would go into that and the logistics and getting all the pieces in place. So it's like, we know America's going to be fine. We know Japan is going to be fine. Probably Europe too. But all the other markets at the same time? I think I was reading last week that the Nintendo Switch launched with 2.5 million consoles at launch. And then this time they're looking around 14 million consoles. So it's going to be pretty crazy. So we'll see how that works out. But mass manufacturing really did happen and is happening. So those are good signs. But the main part of the Switch 2 is yeah, now we know this console is backwards compatible, and that's cool. You'll be able to bring over all your Nintendo Switch games. And you're going to be using your Nintendo online account. So you're going to be able to have your digital library as well. But why would I get this console if I can just play Switch games on it? Hell, I have 2 Nintendo Switches. I have my Switch OLED right here, which I'm still waiting on Joy-Cons to come in the mail. And I have my Switch Lite over there that I've been playing non-stop lately. So why would I get a Switch 2 if I can just play the same games? Well, that's because of the games for the Switch 2, right? We need amazing games that will make us want to buy this damn console. Now we know we're going to have the big first-party Switch games, and we have 2 leaks for that here in a moment, but what I think is really going to sell this console. It's like, yes, we know Nintendo can knock it out of the park with first-party stuff. I am very interested in third-party support. If this console is as powerful as a PlayStation 4 and it's a handheld console, I mean, this is going to be amazing. I finally got PS Plus Extra. I've never had a PlayStation subscription my entire life. I finally got one, and instead of playing like all the new PlayStation games, I'm actually playing like Assassin's Creed 4, Far Cry 3, just a lot of fun stuff, right? And then I was thinking the other day, man, if we can have just these games that couldn't work on the Switch 2, it's going to be really hard to compete with this console. But I mean, the thing people are most focused on is Nintendo's first-party games. So we have 2 leaks for that. The first one, well, actually, it doesn't really matter which order they go in. When I make my videos, I just put notes down about stuff I'm going to talk about. So I wonder why I put them in this order. I'm actually going to switch the orders because the other one would make sense later in the year. Okay, first, new Paper Mario game leak. This will be revealed next year. For the Switch successor, traditional style Paper Mario similar to Paper Mario 64 and the Thousand Year Door, which is great. Origami King. Levels are more open like Origami King. I didn't mind Origami King. That's the first one we got on the Switch, right? Or really the only new one on the Switch, but I didn't mind that game, but the battle system was truly insane. We all know Nintendo likes to take it to the extreme or to the next step. This is a prime example of them taking it too far. It was like, let's do something new and weird and wacky, but in my opinion, it just didn't hit the mark. So the game wasn't bad. I don't think I ever finished it. The battle system was just horrible. One of the first partners you get is called Detective Goom Show. First chapter takes place in a noir-style city with you trying to solve a kidnapping. Oh, this sounds actually pretty good. Another chapter takes place in a Lovecraft-style setting. Party member, there is a female blooper who has connections with the place. Bloop Thuluhu is her father. Other chapters seem to be based on films and books. Can have 3 characters for battle. Some characters can team up to do special attacks. Badges are back, although it's like the materia system in Final Fantasy VII, where you connect them together to have unique effects. That's awesome, dude. And star points are back. This is quite a detailed leak right here. This isn't like, hey, the new Paper Mario game is coming next year and it's gonna have Mario in the paper form. They're breaking down characters and levels and features, so that's pretty awesome. Right here it says it will be revealed next year, so I wonder if this will also launch next year. When did Origami King come out? I can actually look that up. So Paper Mario the Origami King came out in 2020. Wow, I really feel like this was a super early Switch game, but it was a few years after the Switch launch, so maybe Paper Mario will come out in next year's 2025, which is crazy to say. Maybe it will come out in 2026. Because I don't feel like this is a game that you should launch a new Nintendo system with. We need a 3D Mario game. Hell, probably some kind of Zelda game. Kind of crazy to think we might get Breath of the Wild like remastered or something, which is insane, or upscaled or whatever they want to do. So I just don't see this coming in the first year. Now, a game that I could see getting in the first year, and hopefully around the time that I feel like these games should come out. There is a new Luigi's Mansion game coming next Halloween. Wow, a Luigi's Mansion game coming on Halloween? The last one came in the summer, which didn't make any damn sense. This game will be exclusive for Nintendo's next system, so this will not be a game releasing on both systems. Strange. We believe this to be Luigi's Mansion 4, but haven't ruled out the possibility of this being a full remake of the original Luigi's Mansion. I believe this to be correct, since the source claiming this also leaked a new Mario Strikers game that was being worked on by Next Level Games a few years back. So yeah, not a lot of information in this one, but Luigi's Mansion 1 Remastered, I think they did that for the 3DS, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it could happen now, but I think it's time for Luigi's Mansion 4. I think Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon Remastered, was it remastered, the one we got in the summer, or was it a straight port? I think it was a straight port, actually. I feel like that was like, okay, use this for a little bit, and then Luigi's Mansion 4 will come later. So that's what I'm thinking. Halloween would be perfect time for this. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a top 5 Nintendo Switch game of all time. Maybe even top 3, and I'm not exaggerating. If I had to pick just 3 games that symbolize the entire Nintendo Switch, it would be Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Luigi's Mansion 3. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying they're the best ones, but To me, those symbolize the Nintendo Switch. Those games, from start to finish, all three of them are 10 out of 10. So Luigi's Mansion 4, I cannot imagine, especially since Luigi's Mansion 3 is one of the best looking Switch games of all time. Seriously, hands down, it looks phenomenal. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this information? Because your opinion matters most over here. So in the comments below, let me know what you guys are thinking. If you made it to this part of the video, I am forever indebted to you. I know a lot of YouTubers say they appreciate you. I truly appreciate you. It means the world that you're here. So join the community, hit a like and subscribe on the way out, and follow me on Instagram so we can hit 400 followers over there. That would be pretty cool. And you guys know me. I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.